XAM, before I start my Metal Gear Solid 4 and PS3 rant, I'm going to respond to that Doug recap trailer you did. XAM, stop using the words we, our, and us, and stop including your friends when referring to termination, when talking about termination. The only person I want terminated is you. You're the only one who broke the rules. You uploaded private information. You're the one who uploaded photos, copyright info. You're the one who abused this site with false flagging, and finally you're the one who got caught red-handed. Once again, you did the crime, but you refused to do the time. So in retaliation for you refusing to do the time and returning to YouTube when you got terminated, and for bashing Naruto, Twilight, and many more of my fandoms, I am going to rant on the PS3, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Dragon Ball Kai. First, Metal Gear Solid 4 and the PS3. I hate the PS3 with a freaking passion. I didn't like the PS3 back in 2007 when I saw it for the first time, and I despise the PlayStation 3 now. Since 2007, they have always been more about the technology and graphics than putting out a good game. Since 2007, they have released garbage such as Killzone, Uncharted, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Resistance, and many more. And the innovator of these boring, bland action/shooting games is Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriot. Oh my God, this is one of the worst games I've ever played. I recently actually got to play this game, and oh my God, this game was bad. It was even worse than it was when I saw the game back in 2009 during Classic Game Room's HD review. This game sucked so bad, I don't even want to play another video game. That is not the original arcade, Sega Genesis, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, the original Xbox, GameCube, and the Wii. Pretty much game systems from the previous generations. Because gaming sucks. MSG, Xbox 360, and the PS3 have ruined gaming for me. As much as I love Mortal Kombat vs. DC, Street Fighter 4, Infamous, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, Tekken 6, and the upcoming Street Fighter vs. Tekken series, I'm sorry. I will have to miss out on all those awesome games because I cannot stand the PS3 and the Xbox 360 and their garbage ass video games and products. The plot of Metal Gear Solid 4 is in 2014, 9 years after the original Metal Gear Solid and 5 years after Metal Gear Solid 2, the economy relies on wars fought by the PMCs, which outnumber the government military forces, and Snake is experiencing accelerated aging due to his status as a clone and doesn't have much time left to live, and he accepts one final mission from his commander Roy Campbell to terminate Liquid Ocelot. Boring. The whole story from Act 1 to Act 7 was some boring ass, pretentious, cliched military garbage. I didn't care about Roy Campbell or Solid Snake or Liquid Snake, whatever you want to call him. I didn't care for none of those. You get better stories of science fiction and fantasy in games such as Turok, Doom, Halo, and many more. The gameplay was boring and repetitive. All you do is run around shooting people up and hiding in trash cans. How the hell is that fun? This is the most boring ass action game I've ever played. The level design is boring, bland, and repetitive. The soundtrack and voice acting are not memorable. Snake's voice is terrible. Sounds just like Christian Bale's Batman, which sucks. The graphics are terrible. HD sucks. I prefer the 3 style associated with the 5th generation, the 2D style associated with the 4th generation, and the cel-shaded DVD style associated with the 6th generation of consoles. The level design is repetitive, boring. Tell me, why does classic games like Altered Beast, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, and many more games from the 4th and 5th generation have way better graphics and gameplay and better level design than a game in the 7th generation? And finally, the cutscenes are longer than the gameplays themselves. That just goes to show you that the creator of the game was more focused on graphics than gameplay. And what's worse, a lot of games use this style of gameplay and gaming, which means MSG, which proves that MSG4 has ruined gaming. Why is this game popular? The game doesn't compare to real shooters or action games such as Star Wars Shadow of the Empire for the N64, Halo, Turok, Doom, Unreal Tournament, and many more. MGS4 Guns of the Patriot is the Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot is the birth of these boring ass bland shooting and action games. Oh, and Apple, now I'm going to tear apart your logic about strategy. Every game you play, whether it be a shooting game, an action game, or a fighting game, there's always strategy. In fighting games, all fighting games, no matter which ones they are, they imitate what it is like to be in an actual fight. In an actual fight, you have to time your attacks and your blocks, and you have to put up proper offense and defense in any fighting game you play. In action and shooting games, along with surviving an enemy swarming up at you, you usually have to complete some mission. So not only have to stay alive, you usually have to complete some mission, and sometimes your missions may involve time limit. So there's always strategy in a game, but slowing down the gameplay and making it boring is unforgivable, and that is why Metal Gear Solid 4 and that's one of the reasons Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot sucks. I'm done. XAM, defend your game in a video or admit defeat to me. Doug out.